All right, let's dive deep today. Let's talk about something we all say we don't have enough of, something we wish we could buy, hold on to, or stretch a little further, but we know that's impossible. Today I'm talking about time. Purpose is the core driving force behind everything we do, and it's also the ultimate secret to mastering our time. When we have a clear sense of purpose, our time gains direction and meaning. It's no longer a matter of simply filling hours in a day. Instead, those hours become filled with deliberate actions that move us closer to what we truly want. Purpose isn't just a goal or ambition, it's a deeply personal reason for why we want what we want. Purpose is the why that gives meaning to the how, and when we connect our time to a powerful purpose, we unlock a different level of energy and motivation that makes even the most challenging tasks worthwhile. Imagine what it feels like to wake up every morning with a sense of direction, knowing exactly why you're getting out of bed and where you're headed. With a clear purpose, we don't get caught up in the distractions that pull us away from our path. It becomes easier to say no to the things that don't serve us, and that's a critical part of mastering our time. When we have a purpose, we stop wasting time on things that won't bring us closer to our vision. Instead, every decision, every action becomes a building block in service of that purpose. Time starts working for us instead of against us, becoming a tool that amplifies our journey rather than a ticking clock that adds pressure. There will be times when things get difficult, when the path seems unclear, or when motivation wanes, but purpose provides a well of strength to draw from, keeping us moving forward when we might otherwise give up. When our actions align with a purpose we deeply care about, we're able to push past limits and work with a determination that doesn't fade in the face of obstacles. This focus also helps us use our time more wisely. We realize that every minute spent on meaningful work brings us closer to a future we desire, a future aligned with our purpose. This awareness creates an internal drive that no external motivation can replicate. It's the difference between merely going through the motions and feeling fully engaged in each moment. When we truly understand our purpose, our time gains in intensity. We become less tolerant of distractions and more disciplined about where we invest our energy. We recognize that time spent on unimportant things is time taken away from what truly matters. Purpose simplifies our priorities, helping us focus on the things that bring us fulfillment and meaning. It transforms our daily routines, turning even the smallest actions into steps that matter because they're aligned with a greater vision. When we value our time through the lens of purpose, we no longer need to rely on external reminders to stay focused. Our purpose becomes an internal compass that naturally guides us to spend our time on the things that matter most. A sense of purpose turns time from a finite resource into a boundless one because every minute is infused with meaning. It's the ultimate key to time mastery because it changes how we view every second, turning even ordinary moments into powerful investments in our future. Purpose clarifies our path, fuels our progress, and transforms time into a force that brings us closer to everything we're striving for. Without purpose, time feels like something we're constantly racing against, but with it, time becomes our greatest ally. Focus is one of the most critical elements in the pursuit of mastery over time. It's the ability to direct all our energy and attention toward one specific goal, one vision, or one objective. Many people try to accomplish too many things at once, juggling endless priorities and constantly shifting their attention from one task to the next. But true mastery of time requires focus, a concentrated effort on what truly matters. Without focus, we're like a flashlight, illuminating a broad area but lacking the intensity to make a real impact. With focus, we become like a laser, cutting through any barriers and achieving incredible depth in a particular area. When we focus on one goal, we set clear intentions for our time. Every minute, every hour becomes aligned with that single objective, enabling us to make significant progress toward it. Imagine a magnifying glass held under the sun. When it's held in one place, the light's energy intensifies, creating enough heat to start a fire. If the glass is moved constantly, the energy is dispersed and fails to ignite anything. In the same way, when we focus on one goal, our energy gathers momentum and creates real transformation. This kind of commitment requires discipline because it's natural to feel pulled in different directions. New opportunities, distractions, or obligations can appear enticing, but if they don't align with the goal, they dilute our energy and take us off course. The discipline of focus is about knowing what to say no to so that we can fully commit to what truly matters. This concentrated approach to time leads to deep work, which is where real progress and creativity happen. Deep work means immersing ourselves so completely in a task that we unlock new levels of insight and productivity. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to get caught up in shallow tasks that don't contribute to meaningful outcomes. These tasks might feel productive in the moment, but they don't move us closer to our ultimate goal. When we allow ourselves to focus deeply on a single pursuit, we enter a flow state, a place where time seems to disappear and our productivity soars. This flow state is where breakthroughs happen, where new ideas emerge and where we achieve things we might never have thought possible. But to reach this state, we have to cut out the noise and dedicate our time and energy to that one goal, avoiding interruptions that pull us out of focus. We can't focus on something vague or undefined. We need to know exactly what we're aiming for. Setting a clear goal with specific milestones is essential. It's not enough to have a general idea of what we want to achieve. We need to break it down into actionable steps that guide our progress. When our goal is clear, it acts as a compass, pointing us in the right direction whenever we start to drift. Without this clarity, we're more likely to get sidetracked or lose motivation because we don't have a clear destination in mind. Clarity and focus go hand in hand. When we know exactly what we're working toward, it becomes easier to concentrate all our energy on making it a reality. We need to protect our focus fiercely. This means setting boundaries and minimizing distractions that might pull us away from our goal. Distractions are everywhere: social media, notifications, emails, phone calls, and countless other demands on our attention. Every time we allow ourselves to get distracted, we lose momentum and waste precious time that could be spent on our goal. Protecting our focus might require difficult choices like turning off notifications, setting specific times for checking emails, or even explaining to others that we need uninterrupted time to work on something important. These boundaries aren't always easy to set, but they're necessary if we want to make real progress. Protecting our focus is about prioritizing our goal over short-term impulses or distractions. It's a commitment to ourselves and our vision, a promise that we won't let anything derail our progress. Another essential part of focusing on one goal is managing our energy effectively. Focus isn't just about time, it's also about energy. We have limited energy each day, and if we spread it across too many tasks or projects, we become depleted and can't give our best to anything. By concentrating on one goal, we can channel our energy into it and maintain a higher level of performance. This focus allows us to sustain our energy over the long term, preventing burnout and maintaining motivation. Managing energy also means recognizing when we're at our best and structuring our day to take advantage of those peak periods. Some people are most focused in the morning, while others find their energy peaks in the afternoon or evening. By aligning our most important tasks with our natural energy rhythms, we maximize our effectiveness and make better use of our time. We also increase our ability to learn and adapt. Concentrating on a single pursuit allows us to go deeper, gaining a more comprehensive understanding and developing a higher level of skill. Instead of skimming the surface of multiple areas, we become experts in one. This depth of knowledge and skill gives us a unique advantage, setting us apart from those who try to do everything but never achieve true mastery. Focused learning also helps us adapt more effectively. When we're fully engaged in one area, we notice patterns, understand nuances, and can respond to challenges more effectively. This deep understanding enables us to solve problems creatively and adapt to new situations within our chosen field. Focus on one goal also builds momentum. Each small victory builds on the last, creating a sense of accomplishment that drives us forward. When we see tangible progress, we feel more motivated to keep going, and this motivation compounds over time. Small wins add up, creating a snowball effect that accelerates our journey toward the goal. This momentum is powerful because it helps us push through setbacks and stay committed even when things get tough. The more progress we make, the more invested we become in the process, and the harder it is to abandon the goal. Momentum turns effort into habit, making it easier to stay focused and dedicated. Another benefit of focusing on one goal is that it simplifies our decision-making. When we know exactly what we're working toward, it's easier to make choices that support that objective. We don't waste time debating every decision or second-guessing ourselves because we have a clear framework for evaluating our options. If a choice aligns with our goal, we move forward. If it doesn't, we let it go. This clarity makes decision-making faster and less stressful, freeing up more time and energy to focus on what really matters. We're no longer paralyzed by indecision or distracted by too many possibilities. Instead, we make deliberate choices that support our progress. Focusing on one goal also strengthens our discipline. Discipline is the ability to stay committed even when motivation fades, and focus is one of its strongest foundations. When we concentrate on a single pursuit, we develop the habit of following through, of pushing past challenges, and of showing up every day regardless of how we feel. This discipline becomes a source of strength, enabling us to overcome obstacles and persevere even when things get tough. It helps us build resilience and develop the mental toughness needed to reach our goal. Discipline, like focus, is a skill that grows with practice, and the more we cultivate it, the easier it becomes to stay on track. Focusing on one goal allows us to experience a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment that we can't achieve when our attention is scattered. There's a unique satisfaction that comes from fully dedicating ourselves to something and seeing it through to completion. When we reach a goal we've focused on intensely, We feel a deep sense of pride and accomplishment, knowing that we gave it our all. This fulfillment isn't just about the end result, it's also about the journey, the growth, and the commitment we showed along the way. Focusing on one goal teaches us that mastery isn't just about the outcome, it's about the process, the dedication, and the progress we make each day. Focus is more than just a tool for productivity, it's a powerful approach to life that allows us to make the most of our time, energy, and potential. When we focus on one goal, we align our actions with our deepest values and aspirations, creating a life that is not only successful but also meaningful. This single-minded dedication is what separates those who achieve great things from those who remain in the realm of what could have been. Focus is a choice, a commitment, and a path to a life of purpose and fulfillment. Time is a resource we all have in equal measure, but how we perceive it has a profound impact on how we use it. Many people believe they don't have enough time, feeling constantly overwhelmed, stretched thin, and rushing from one task to another. But the idea of not enough time is often a myth that keeps us from recognizing the real issue. It's not about how much time we have, it's about how well we use it. The reality is that each of us has the same 24 hours each day, and people who achieve extraordinary things don't have more time than the rest of us. They simply know how to make the most of it. They understand that time isn't something happening to them, it's something they're in control of. One of the first steps to overcoming the not enough time mentality is shifting our mindset. Instead of viewing time as a limitation or a source of pressure, we can see it as a valuable resource to be managed with intention. This perspective shift allows us to stop being victims of our schedules and start becoming the architects of our days. When we realize that we are responsible for how we spend our time, we're empowered to make choices that align with our priorities. We become proactive rather than reactive, designing our time around what truly matters rather than constantly reacting to every demand that comes our way. Another important element of mastering time is understanding that every minute we spend is a choice. Often people feel like they're constantly busy, but not all that busyness is productive. There's a big difference between being busy and being effective. The activities that fill our day may give the illusion of productivity, but unless they are moving us toward our goals, they're simply a distraction. When we realize that each moment represents a choice, we gain the power to prioritize and eliminate activities that don't contribute to our progress. This might mean saying no to certain tasks, cutting down on unnecessary meetings, or minimizing time spent on social media and other distractions. To make this mindset shift last, we need to adopt practices that reinforce it daily. Setting clear intentions at the start of each day can help keep us on track and focused on what matters. This might involve setting aside time in the morning to review our priorities and ensure that we're dedicating our time to the things that bring the most value. Planning our day with intention rather than just diving into it allows us to take control of our time instead of letting our time control us. Ultimately, shifting our mindset around time involves recognizing that we are not at the mercy of the clock. We are capable of deciding how we allocate our time, and we can choose to focus on activities that serve our purpose, goals, and personal growth. This is a powerful realization because it enables us to stop wasting time on things that don't matter and start investing our energy into what truly counts. Mastering time means realizing that we are in control, and with this understanding, we can turn time into a tool for creating the life we want.